One of the strangest things you'll experience after a spiritual awakening ends is the sudden, deep disconnection from others. It's almost as if the people you once connected with, the places you once felt comfortable in, no longer resonate with you. And this can be unsettling, even painful. You start to wonder why you're so alone. But here's the thing. This isolation isn't a punishment, nor is it a sign that something's wrong. In fact, it's one of the clearest indicators that your vibration has changed. You're no longer operating at the same frequency as the people around you, and that's why they seem distant, disconnected. What feels like isolation is actually the universe creating space for your next level of connections. You might even start to notice that your closest friends or family members don't seem to understand you anymore. What feels like isolation is actually the universe creating space for your next level of connection. What feels like isolation, start to notice that your closest friends or family members don't seem to understand you anymore. They might even pull away, or worse, dismiss the changes you've gone through. This can be deeply painful, especially when it comes from people you've loved for years. But here's the truth. The people who are meant to continue with you on this journey will rise to meet you. Those who don't will naturally fall away, not because they are bad people, but because their time in your life has served its purpose. This disconnection isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace. It's an invitation to cultivate deeper, more authentic relationships that align with your new vibration. You're not alone. You're just making space for the people who are aligned with your next chapter. You might even notice that new people suddenly enter your life. People who resonate with your spiritual growth, who seem to understand you on a soul level without you even having to explain yourself. This is the universe working behind the scenes, aligning you with your true soul tribe. Yes, it feels strange and at times deeply isolating. But the reality is, your spiritual awakening has placed you on a path that not everyone around you can follow, and that's okay. The more you align with your new frequency, the more the right people will find you, and the disconnection will no longer feel like a burden, but a blessing. The fireworks are gone. You've stopped chasing signs, but it feels like something's missing. When your spiritual awakening ends, one of the strangest and most unexpected things happens. The magic, the signs, the synchronicities, they all start to fade. You no longer see repeating numbers every day, or experience those spiritual highs that once filled you with awe. It can feel like the universe has gone silent. This quiet can leave you feeling confused, even questioning if you've lost your connection to the divine. But here's the truth. You haven't lost anything. In fact, the universe no longer needs to scream at you to get your attention. The silence is the ultimate sign of your growth. You've reached a point where you no longer rely on external signs to feel connected. Think of it this way. Before, you needed constant reassurance, constant reminders that you were on the right path. But now, you are the path. You've internalized the spiritual wisdom that you once sought outside of yourself. The magic hasn't disappeared, It's become part of who you are. You no longer need signs to know you're connected. You are the connection. This transition can be unsettling. You've grown used to the external signs of your spiritual growth, and now that they're fading, it's easy to feel like something is wrong. But this is actually a sign of maturity. The deeper you go, the less you need those spiritual highs. Learning to live in a state of being, rather than chasing constant spiritual validation. What may feel like a loss of magic is actually the ultimate form of connection. You've stopped chasing, and now you're simply aligned. You no longer need the universe to whisper in your ear, because you've found the voice within yourself.